So you already know the feeling. You get that direct deposit and you are relieved and excited. You have money in the bank. But then 2 weeks later, you can't tell where your money has gone and you're finding yourself living paycheck to paycheck. Well, I'm here to help you break that cycle. Today, I'm going to be sharing 7 key things you need to do as soon as you get paid so that you're not just spending your money paying bills and on impulse purchases. You're also able to save, invest, and work towards building wealth so that you can live the life that you desire for yourself. And these are tips that have helped me as well. I do these every single time I get paid, and I'm sure they're going to help you as well. Hey everyone, my name is Bola Shokumbi. I'm the founder and CEO of Clever Girl Finance. I'm also the author of the Clever Girl Finance book series, the book Choosing to Prosper, and my Wealth Plan Workbook. Welcome to Clever Girl Finance TV. So let's get into these 7 key tips that you should be doing, these 7 steps that you should be taking as soon as you get paid. Number 1, pause before you spend anything. So it's really important that you take a pause as soon as you get that paycheck so that you can avoid making emotional spending decisions or spending on autopilot. You work so hard for your money that you want to be in control of it. You don't want it to slip through your fingers because of impulse spending. So just pause and take a moment. And then when you have done this pause, then check in with your money. You want to check your bank accounts to make sure the money went to the right accounts and you got paid what you expected. You want to check in with your budget so you know what you have to pay. You know what bills are due and by what date. And you really want to take a step back and say, okay, based on this paycheck, where do I need to allocate this money so I can put it to work for me? Number 2, pay yourself first automatically. So you have heard this before, pay yourself first, and I'm going to reiterate it. It is so important that you put money aside for yourself, for your current and your future self before you start spending money. Because what typically happens is that when you try to save after you have paid your bills and done your spending, there usually is nothing left or not enough left to save. And so it's really important that you set the intention as soon as you get paid to have those automatic transfers to your savings accounts, your investment accounts, so that you are paying yourself first. So like I said, automate that transfer to savings or investments. Even if you're just saving $25 or $50 a paycheck, it does add up. And then make paying yourself a non-negotiable. Think of it as a bill that you're paying to yourself for your future. What paying yourself does is it allows you to build the habit of consistency. And this is how you build your savings and you're able to grow wealth over time. It's not about saving every once in a while. It's about saving consistently every time you get paid. And so this is a key step you want to take each time you get paid. Next, number 3, cover your essentials, but review the trends. So once you have taken that pause and you've paid yourself first, now it's time to pay your bills, cover your essential expenses. So your rent, your mortgage, your utilities, food, transportation, those core essentials. But you don't just want to do that. You also want to look at the trends. So don't just pay your bills, also look at the trends so that you can gain some insights and perspective about your finances and what you can improve. So take a look at your finances and ask yourself questions like, are you spending more money on eating out than you should? Why is this happening? Did a utility bill go up this month? Is your phone bill still a good deal? So by doing this reflection and looking at the trends with your spending and in your bank account, on your debit card, on your credit card, you can gain some insights to see if there are opportunities to cut back or find better deals on utilities or certain bills or services that you're paying for. So again, don't just pay your bills and cover those essentials, but also take a look at the trends. You may find that you've been eating out too much, and this is an opportunity for you to meal plan and then cut back on how much you eat out this next month. You may find that, you know what? I took a look at my phone bill and it looks a little high. Did they increase my rate? And then you can do some research to determine if there is a better phone service offer out there that can save you some money. And then number 4, tune up your budget. So once you've gotten the chance to review those trends, it's time to adjust your budget accordingly. So you want to make sure that you update your budget based on your upcoming spending and any expenses that you know are coming your way. And then you also want to, as part of checking on your budget, tuning up your budget, you also want to check your progress with your savings, your investments, and your debt repayments. So making sure that you're on track, and if you've fallen a bit behind, how can you leverage your current paycheck to catch up, or your next several paychecks to catch up, put more money towards your savings goals, your investment goals, and your debt payoff goals. Remember, your budget is a living, working document. It's not about perfection. The goal of your budget is for you to tell your money what it needs to do for you, and you want to adjust that budget accordingly based on your expenses, based on the trends that you discover, and based on any life changes. So keep your budget actively updated and make sure you check in with that budget each time you get paid. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. And if you're looking for something to help you stay on top of your finances, motivation, inspiration, check out the Clever Girl Finance book series. There are 5 books in this book series that can really help you get on top of saving, investing, paying off debt, starting a side hustle, and you can even get motivated by my own personal journey to building wealth by reading my book, Choosing to Prosper. And of course, there is the Clever Girl Finance My Wealth Plan workbook to help you lay out a plan that you can actively work on to achieve your financial goals. And don't forget to check out the Clever Girls Know podcast. You can find this everywhere you listen to podcast episodes. I interview incredible guests on all kinds of topics from money to motherhood to entrepreneurship and so much more. Okay, let's get back to the video. Number 5, put money towards your future goals and towards your future self. And so now it's time to think ahead. Based on this paycheck you just got, you want to put money aside for the future you, right? Because you're not just working to pay bills and spend money. You also want to make sure that you're securing your future and that your future self will be proud of what you've done. So things you can do are add to your emergency fund, contribute to your retirement savings, and invest beyond retirement, even if it's just a small amount. Again, it's all about consistency. The consistency of these steps over time add up. Building your emergency fund, saving for retirement, and even investing small amounts of money. This is how you're going to build wealth over the long term. And when it comes to planning for your future self, if you are not sure where to start, definitely check out the Clever Girl Finance workbook called My Wealth Plan. This is going to help you get a great foundation to building this plan for your future self. Number 6, do a mindset check. So one thing that people often overlook each time they get paid is to check in with their mindset. Where are you mentally and emotionally? It's not just about paying bills and allocating money to savings and investments and debt repayments. You want to make sure that your head is in the right place each time you get paid, to make sure that you are actively working on your financial goals and you're able to adjust things accordingly and just get over any life humps that may come your way. And so it's really important that you have your mind in the right place. And so schedule 15 to 30 minutes every paycheck to just reflect. Reflect on your spending. What triggers certain spending that you have, especially when it comes to non-essential spending? Are you impulse buying? Are you spending based on emotions? Are you stress shopping? Take some time to just reflect and then come up with a solution or workaround as to how you can do better if you have found yourself overspending or impulse spending. And then ask yourself, what went well? What was hard, right? And what went well? What did you do specifically that caused it to go well? And for things that were hard, what happened that caused the hardship? Why was that experience hard? Reflect on those things as well. And then finally, celebrate your wins. Even if you are able to just stay on top of your budget, or you transferred money to savings, or you paid a little extra on your debt, whatever your wins are, no wins are too small to celebrate. And you want to make sure that you celebrate your wins with whatever you did well. You read a finance book, you listen to a podcast, celebrate those wins so that you stay motivated and inspired to continue making progress with your financial goals. Keeping your mindset in check is so important because, like this financial journey is an ongoing journey, right? It can take time to reach your savings goals. It can take time to pay off debt. And so you want to find ways to stay motivated and stay focused on your goals because there's always going to be distractions and things and ways to spend your money on and ways for your money to slip through your fingers. And so you want to prioritize checking in on your mindset whenever you get paid as well. And then finally, number 7, set boundaries before you start spending, specifically when it comes to that non-essential spending. So you have done your pause, you have paid yourself first, you've checked in your budget, you've checked out the trends, you've updated your budget, you've saved for your future self, you've looked into your mindset and you're working on improving your mindset. But now you want to set boundaries around your spending. And so create a personal allowance for fun money. Yes, it is okay to enjoy your money, especially when you have worked so hard for it. So build that fun money into your budget and set aside a specific amount that you can do things guilt-free, right? You can get your hair done, your nails done, go out to eat, go to the coffee store, whatever it is that you want to do that brings you joy. You want to have a boundary around that and a specific amount allocated to that. And if you don't spend it when you get paid, you can move it on to the next paycheck, or you can repurpose it to another expense. You also want to know what is coming up that you're going to have to spend money on. So birthdays, medical expenses, car repairs, vacations, etc. You want to have money allocated to those categories. And this way you have a boundary as to, okay, this is exactly how much I'm going to spend on birthday gifts, no more. This is my limit or my budget for my vacation spending and no more. This allows you to plan your finances accordingly so you don't feel overwhelmed or guilty for spending that money. And then finally, decide what is worth it and what is not worth it to spend your money on this month or for that paycheck. So you know what all your non-essential expenses are, right? And so when you take a look at that big holistic picture and you look at those expenses that are not urgent, that are not critical or core to your survival, you can then decide, okay, this trip this month is not worth it. I'm going to put that money towards emergency savings. Or you know what? Hanging out with that friend I haven't seen in a few months is totally worth it. So I'm going to build it into my budget this month or this pay period for us to go grab dinner and catch up. You decide what's worth it and then put it in perspective of your bigger goals. So those are 7 key things you can do, 7 steps you can take each time you get paid. Keep in mind that every paycheck you get is an opportunity. It's an opportunity towards building the life that you want, an opportunity to start creating clarity with your finances, and it is an opportunity to step away from living paycheck to paycheck and start laying the foundation for financial peace of mind. So start with one of these steps and build from there, and tell me in the comments, which one of these steps will you be implementing as soon as you get paid? Or are there any other steps I didn't mention that you want to share in the comments? Go ahead and post your comments. Thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you next time.